All right, good evening, everyone. Pep Man Matt Morrow, welcome to another episode of Football Focus Weekly, courtesy of Charlotte Football Insiders. We've got a real exciting show planned tonight. Of course, here shortly we're going to speak with the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels, Mack Brown. Just a quick rundown on the show tonight. After we talk to Coach Brown here for a few minutes, we'll have our player host that comes on at 8 o'clock. And then we'll kind of talk about a recap of the Queen City Senior Bowl. We'll salute to a lot of great seniors that are finishing up their careers here in the Charlotte metro area. And then, of course, we'll talk about, our camp coming up on May 22nd, the Spring Players Showcase over at Mountain Island Charter School. And then, of course, we'll finish up with our favorite segment, The Slime, with our favorite host that you guys know very well, Mr. Kenneth McClamrod. But no further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring on the head football coach of North Carolina Tar Heels, a legend throughout, all of college football. We're very excited to speak with him tonight, and that is Mack Brown, and we're going to bring him on right now.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, Coach, how we doing?
I'm doing great.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you having me on.
Yes, sir. And we, like I just told you, we are definitely appreciative of this opportunity to speak with you tonight. And I know you guys are very busy, so we definitely appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you, Matt.
Yes, sir. So my first question to you, Coach, coming back to North Carolina from your first stint, I know you left the North Carolina Tar Heels, went down to Texas, had some great success, winning a national championship. But what is different this second time around for you starting off at North Carolina from your first stint, which was back in 1988 for some of the younger generation that may not be aware?
Matt, I think the biggest thing is Coach Fedora left us some good players, especially on offense. We added Sam Howell to that group, but our offensive line's been intact for 2 years and pretty much now the third. We lose Charlie Heck last year to the Texans, but everybody else will be playing in their third year, which is key. Garrett Walston, our tight end's back. We lost 5 guys to the NFL. All of them were offensive guys, and one of them just happened to be a great quarterback from Charlotte that flipped over to linebacker. So he ended up being a defensive guy, but he started here as an offensive guy. So we've been able to score points, and that's key. And now we're starting to get better on defense, but so we had a better chance starting, and I think Sam Howell was a key to that. We didn't have great quarterbacks or experienced quarterbacks early when we got here the first time. The second thing that's different, Matt, is it helped that I know the place and the people, so that was a plus, much better than when I got here before the first time. But the other thing is early signing date's different. And then when you add COVID to early signing date, and I heard you were talking about your camp a few minutes ago, everybody's trying to get a means to evaluate. And we're a relationship recruiting staff, and you haven't even been able to meet guys. So some of the guys we signed, we hadn't met their parents, and they're walking in, and we've seen them on Zoom, but we're saying get name tags, and then you got a mask on. You don't even know who anybody is. So this thing's just been absolutely crazy, but we do feel like that the early signing date is people are offering guys from the class of 24 and 23 and obviously a lot in 22. So you're recruiting year round. June's about to get crazy. We're going to have somebody on campus about every day, but thank goodness we're going to be able to see people. They can see us. We're going to be able to hug some people again for the first time in a year and a half. And it's going to be really cool just to sit and talk to people. It's hard for them to get to know you when you're doing everything on Zoom. It's hard for you to get to know them. You can't go to their homes. They can't come to your campus. So we're about to, all of us are about to really start recruiting like we like to again.
Yeah, I know from now compared to 1988, it might be some slight technological differences.
Yes. In fact, last March, I've never heard of Zoom before until we started all the COVID stuff, and now I wish I had stock in
it. Man, that's incredible, Coach. So you mentioned the guys that you had drafted recently. So let's kind of talk about them for a minute. What can you say about those players that really made them special in your opinion?
I think their team guys, they did everything we asked them to do. They never were in any kind of trouble. They did their academic work, and they were leaders. Michael Carter is one of the best leaders I've ever seen. I mean, through the social justice issues, he was a strong voice for our team. De'Ami Brown and Daz Newsome kept getting better. They when we got here, they were struggling catching the ball, and here they are now playing with two pro teams. Michael Carter stayed hurt some, and when we first got here, he didn't get hurt for 2 years, and got more powerful and more confident. Had really good patience. Javonte Williams was a short yardage goal line back, and he became a beast. I mean, the man was looking him up. He was just doing it, and maybe the biggest story in my college coaching career is how a 5-star quarterback can move to linebacker, have a broken wrist, and start every game for 2 years and be a high draft choice. I mean, Chaz was just amazing. Yeah. Give credit to Tommy Thigpen for coaching him. But we're getting ready to play South Carolina 2 years ago, and our linebackers are Jeremiah Gimmel and Chaz Surratt. Neither one of them will start a game in college at linebacker. And I'm saying, boys, grab them, hold on now. I don't have any idea. The first series, Feaster runs, and Chaz goes up in the hole, misses a tackle. Feaster goes for a touchdown. Jay Maitman's just ripping Chaz. And I said, man, he's never made a tackle in his life. Leave him alone. He's a quarterback. We got to let him learn to play here a little bit. And then he ended up just being a great player. But these guys were all good leaders for us. They're all very talented. Give Coach Fedora credit for their evaluation and recruiting them. And they just kept getting better for us.
Absolutely. And, you know, the biggest thing about them, they're great young men. You know, De'Ami and Chaz from the Charlotte area specifically, you know, covering those guys throughout their high school careers, they were always respectful. Yes, sir. No, sir, kids. So, you know.
Guys, none of those five, Matt, have ever been in my office for anything negative. Nothing. They practiced hard. They went to school. They did things right. They were never an issue of any kind. Always very positive, and I think all five will be successful moving forward.
Absolutely. I was hoping we get De'Ami down here in Charlotte, but
I know. I talked to Randy Jordan 2 days ago, who played for us here. He's really fast. He now coaches running backs with the Redskins, and he sent me a picture of he and De'Ami together, and I said, man, that's two fast people right there. They can both run. So the Redskins are really excited about him. Said he had a great workout the other day. And I think Lonnie Galloway does a tremendous job coaching. He's helped with he and Daz with their releases and their ability to catch the ball. And Lonnie's a special coach, and he took those guys a long way in 2 years.
Absolutely, for sure. So obviously this is a Charlotte metro area focus show. So I want to ask you about the Charlotte area. We know it's important for you as far as recruiting goes. You know, we know a couple of your assistant coaches that recruit Charlotte pretty well. Looking at your roster, you list almost 20 guys alone just from the Charlotte metro area. So what does make this area so special for you guys to focus so much on?
Yeah, Matt, we've got Larry Porter, Tommy Thigpen, Dre Bly, Lonnie Galloway. We got a bunch of guys in Charlotte. I think the biggest recruiting difference from when I was here before is Charlotte. It's grown so much. There's so many more players, and we can't be successful without being successful out of Charlotte, because there's well-coached teams. There's such a population even around Charlotte now that's so big and so good. So we look hard at Charlotte every year, and more population, more chance to have good players. The coaching is so good right now. So I really said when I first got back, the biggest difference now than when I was here before in recruiting the state is Charlotte. There are so many more players in Charlotte than before. It's just it's really special.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's reflected in the way you guys recruit this area. I see them all the time.
Well, Matt, you look at Gastonia, Concord, you just Cabarrus County, you just start looking at a circle around Charlotte, and there's just I just start looking at who we've signed the last 2 years, who's coming in on June 2nd. I mean, it's really special. It's fun, and when you get great players like a Sam Howell from an area like Charlotte, he brings the Gavin Blackwells and those guys start wanting to come with him. KJ Binkley's and Gabe Stevens, and you just start checking boxes with guys that DeAndre Boykins, and I mean you, Dontavius Nash. You start checking boxes. Bryson Nesbitt, the big tight end that's coming in a couple of weeks. And I don't have my list in front of me. I'm sure I'll miss somebody, mess it up. But those are just a few that just pop out immediately when you start thinking about that area.
Absolutely. You named some real talented guys, and I'm not going to go back and name anymore because
good. I'll mess it up, yeah. Man. Mama tonight from somebody says, you didn't even mention my son. Well, Mama, I didn't have my list, so I will get it worked out, but there are some great players that have come down from that area. I mean that's those guys are so good. That Kobe Paysauer is another one from down in that area. So you start looking at the guys. There are a lot of really good players in that metropolitan area, and that's really helping us catch up with our talent level really fast.
Absolutely, Coach. I'm going to bring on a former coach that coached one of the guys that you mentioned, Mr. Boykins. That is Kenneth McClamrock, and I know he's got a couple questions for you, Coach. I'm going to bring him on right now.
Great. Coach he's a legend. So everybody knows.
I don't know if people know me for quite the same reasons they know you, Coach Brown.
Well, they know us both, Coach, for a lot of different reasons. Some good and some bad. Somebody asked me every now and then, "What do you want to be called?" And I said, "I've been called everything, so don't worry about it. Just call me what you want."
No doubt, Coach. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight. For taking some time out of your busy day. I mean, man, I've got so many questions I'd love to ask you, but I'm just gonna stick in one area. You know, Coach, when you got to Chapel Hill a few years ago, you set out to create the greatest, one of the top coaching staffs in all of America. I mean, when you think about Coach Bateman, who was one of the top defensive minds when you grabbed him, and Coach Thigpen, who you mentioned a minute ago, and Coach Searles, who is easily a top 3 or 4 offensive line coach in the nation, and Coach Galloway, one of the top recruiters and receivers coaches in the nation. Of course, Coach Longo and the bright minds, and then you're off the field guys, the Coach Woods and the Coach Moody, and now Coach Means, and of course Coach Hess, just getting your guys ready to compete at the national level. I mean, there are so many places I could go, but Coach, I'm going to go a little bit different route. You've changed the culture. I mean, you mentioned Coach Fedor and what he left for you when you got there, but the culture of Chapel Hill football, Carolina football, has changed the past 2 years. What's been your biggest secret to getting that culture to change, where those guys not only believe that they can win, but those guys believe that now they can compete for national championships?
I think, Coach, the biggest thing you have to do when you come into a new job is you have to capture the trust and respect of your team. You have to be able to communicate with them. Young guys don't like to talk. How was your day? Fine. What'd you have for lunch? Nothing.
Sounds like DeAndre Boykins, Coach.
Yeah, it is. You got anything going tonight? No. Now I asked my daughters, what you got going on, sweetie? Oh, I got up at 6. I did my nails. I ate. So they'll talk. Yeah. The guys don't like to talk. So you got to get them to talk. And then you got to find out what was wrong. Why weren't things working? Why didn't you win? And whether they're right or not, their opinions are what they think, and I need to know what they think. So you get a level of communication. Then when you do that, you ask them, you don't keep your locker room clean. Why not? Well, we don't like the lockers. Well, I'm going to get you new lockers. I'm going to let you get them. I'm going to let you put anything in you want, but I'm going to make you keep them clean now. Why don't you go to the players' lounge? Well, Coach, I don't like the video games. They're outdated. I don't like the Papa Shot. Okay, I'm going to get you new stuff, but you better use it. And you better get in there, and it better be clean. Coach, I don't like the food. I said, all right, I'll come meet with you every day. And we'll check the food out. We'll see. And I took some food back to the chef in front of him. Said, this is unacceptable. This is too greasy. This is too dry. We're gonna feed them. We're gonna feed them right. And then we started changing facilities. We asked the university, you need to be more committed. So we need turf. It rains a lot here. The field hadn't been good for whatever reason. Let's fix it. I want high school playoffs here. We had a playoff game that Jacksonville and I think Charlotte Catholic played, and you couldn't even stand up. That's unacceptable for us, for our high school coaches. So let's get it where it's right, and let's make sure it's good for everybody. And then when you tell them you're going to do something, coach, you got to do it. They're watching very closely. And then the other thing we did is our fans weren't coming to games. So we told our fans, you want to have a top football program, then you got to act like a top fan base. So don't say it. Show me. I don't want to hear it. And then the players said, how do you win? I said, you win by going to class. You win by lifting and running, and you win by doing things right off the field. You win by giving me everything you've got. You give me 100%, I can give you 100% back. That's how you win. And then it all works out, and it just starts getting better and better. So you do what you're supposed to do, and we're going to work it out, and we're going to win. I think that's the biggest thing. The people believe we're going to win. The facilities are better. Kevin Gustowitz, our chancellor, and Bubba Cunningham are committing to us. The trustees and the board of governors are committing to us. And everybody understands now we didn't come here to be good. We came here to win all the games. We came here to recruit really great players every year that are going to go to school and graduate and make people proud at the University of North Carolina.
Coach, how much of that do you talk about on a daily basis with your players? Do you talk about national championships, conference championships? Do you talk about getting into the NFL? What does that look like for you as a head coach with your program?
Coach, it's a great question. We talk about common purpose. What are we all here for? We're here to have fun. There's not enough people in college sports having fun. Everybody's miserable. They're transferring. They're mad. They're worried about getting fired. They're wanting other jobs. We want to have fun. I didn't have enough fun when I was here before. I didn't have enough fun at Texas. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy this. We're going to work hard, but you work too hard not to have fun. And it's hard to be great unless you're having fun. The second thing is we want everybody to graduate. If you're not playing and you want to transfer, I got it. Let's try to get your degree before you leave. And then we'll help you go somewhere where you can play.
Wow.
Third thing is we want to win all the games. And that's what we tell them. How can we sit here and say, let's win 8? So which 5 are you going to lose? Which 6 are you going to lose? Let's see. We can beat them, but we're not going to beat them. No. We're going to plan on beating them all. And what we do is we work to beat them all. We coach to beat them all. And that's who we want to be. You want to win every game. And if you do, you hope that's the national championship at the end. So win your opener, win all the games in your state, win the Coastal, win the ACC championship, get to the playoff, and win 2 games. And then we're holding our trophy up. So we want to do that. And then the last thing, Coach, in our common purpose is we want to help prepare each one of these guys for life after football. Because whether it's an NFL career or whether it's a college career, brand yourself, save your money. Try to work toward getting a job when you get through with football regardless. So those 4 things: have fun, graduate, win all the games, and better prepare yourself for life after football is who we are. And we have Coach Moody here. You mentioned him. Coach Moody was a pro scout for 19 years. He evaluates every player. He tells them this is not going to be acceptable at that level. This is going to keep you from being drafted. Here's your asset, but you got to play better. You got to have lower pads. You got to bend better if you're a big offensive lineman. He shows them what's going to happen at the combine. We want every one of them to be drafted high. And like this year, we had the 5 guys leave. Some of them didn't play in the bowl game. That's their choice. Our job is to give them all the information we can to make sure they understand here's where we think you're going to be drafted. And it's other people may give you other information. This is what we think is fact. And we're going to tell you what we know, and then you make the decision, you and your family. That's not about us.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. All right, that was really, really excellent, Coach. You actually answered one of my questions in your response right there. That's just top notch, man. I want to ask you something a little different. postseason bowl games. We've seen bowl games like Queen City Senior Bowl we just had here in Charlotte. We've seen some of the All-American games. They're a big part of the postseason deal for high school players. And some high school players have chosen to opt out, just like they do at the college level when they opt out of bowl games that you guys, participate in. What is your official, kind of stance on, players opting out of bowl games?
Matt, I don't like it because I like for guys to finish what they started with their team. I'd never seen it, but I've never had it happen with a team that I coached till this year. But it seems like a new thing, and it's real. And I didn't get mad at the guys. That's their decision. And they're doing it because they want to stay healthy for the NFL. And I think what we're doing now is we're asking them. We're asking the guys this summer, if we go back to the Orange Bowl, are you going to opt out? If we play in a lesser bowl than the Orange Bowl, are you going to opt out? If we play in the playoff, are you going to opt out? Well, it's up to you. But let us know, because we got to get somebody else ready to play. We were totally unprepared for those four guys. Daz played, and I was really proud of him. He played his heart out. But the other four guys decided not to play, and we weren't prepared. We didn't have guys ready to step into their positions. So we've got to be more ready for that as coaches if this is going to happen. Now, Matt, what I think will happen, and I think should happen, is they'll expand the playoffs. And weirdly enough right now, young people seem to be wanting to play in playoffs, and some don't want to play in bowl games. So I'm not sure where that cutoff is. Maybe they just want to win the national championship. And if not, but I think we've made the playoffs so important, and we've de-emphasized some of the bowl games by the importance of those teams that are in the four spots, that we're going to have to expand those four spots to get more college fans excited about the end of the season, incorporate the bowls with them. But I think that's what's got to happen before we can straighten some of this out.
That's a great answer, Coach. I appreciate that. My last question for you, Coach. We just got some news about your facilities, about some major upgrades that are, going to take place. Can you give us some details about that?
Yeah, Matt, there's windows of opportunity for programs. It doesn't always happen. Right now, we're a program that's on the rise. We're recruiting well. I've always said you need to be the cool place to be. Right now, we're one of the cool places to be because kids like coming here. And our board, our chancellor, our AD are all looking at being all in and trying to help us be a national program. You can beat the local teams and be local. You can beat the conference teams and be regional. We want to be national, and that's hard. I got it. Everybody like to be, but we can't be without the support of our university and our boards and our trustees and our fan base. And we've raised a lot of money for football in 2 years, even with the pandemic. I'm so proud of our fans stepping up, and the university has approved, and the board is approving for us to start looking, getting architects. They were actually walking through my office today. We're choosing architects to start moving forward with our building project to enlarge everything we did. This building's wonderful, and we built it 30 years ago, but staff sizes weren't near as big then. Team sizes weren't as big then, so we need to expand. So we're looking at a much bigger area for every one of those areas. Our equipment room will go into our training room. Our training room will become where our locker room is. Our locker room will be where our weight room is. Then we're going to expand and have a huge weight room. And then we're going to build some other things up above on the second floor. So we've got a lot of exciting things coming forward, and we've gotten some tremendous gifts to help us get started. And we're talking right now to those architects. People say, when are you going to break ground? Well, we got to get the architect first. There was a plan in place. We want to make sure now that plan is still modern enough and exactly what we want. So we're bringing in, we will choose, the university will choose a different or a architectural group that will present to us what their thoughts are. We'll probably get one from 5-6 different ones. And then we'll choose an architect group that we feel like gives us the best design and start moving forward. But the future of North Carolina football is really exciting.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of your recruits and different people from the Charlotte metro area watching that are going to be really excited to hear that, Coach. And thank you for sharing that. And thank you once again for coming on with us. Thank you for your time. I think this was really amazing, and I can't wait to kind of cut this up and get it out there so people that couldn't be here live will have a chance to enjoy it.
Well, Matt, thank you and Coach so much for having me on. We appreciate what you do for high school sports, and not only in Charlotte, but for our state and what you've done for many years. And we love our high school coaches. We just had Matt Rule on a clinic last week. We had Arthur Smith last night, and anything that the NCAA will allow us to give our high school coaches, we want to. That's our feeder system. That's who we are. And the better our coaches can do in this state, the better it makes all of our programs. And that's what we want to do. So thank you both for having me on, and have me on anytime.
Thank you, Coach. We definitely will. Appreciate it. All right. That was North Carolina Tar Heels head football coach Mack Brown. We definitely appreciate him sharing some time with us tonight. Very thankful to the athletic department at North Carolina for working with us, on that experience. Shared a lot of great information. If you didn't see it fully, of course, you can watch it on the playback. And, of course, we'll cut, some of those clips up and we'll get them out there on social media. I will share a couple comments. Tommy Wilson, big North Carolina fan, let's go with Heels. Karen Belt, Tar Heels. DeAndre, for obvious reasons, I couldn't put that on the broadcast. But y'all know how to get in touch with him, I'm sure. Yep, Coach Brown shared a nice story about Chaz Surratt. Really, really cool. Michael Fry, love this man. He's a legend, man. He's a legend. And you could hear the passion when he started talking about a couple things. Karen Belt, once again, good job, Coach Brown. Thanks for bringing Tar Heels football back. From someone whose dad played with Charlie. Choo-choo Justice. Woo! Good gracious. Boy, that's a legend right there, boy. Good. All right. Let's see. Terrence Losh, Pep, killed at it. Well, thank you, Terrence. I appreciate it, man. Very, very nice words, but, we couldn't do it without Coach Brown. That's for sure. My brother. Thank you, Bradley, for watching. My brother. You didn't see. There you go. Andra, I hope I say that. Andra Roberts Robinson, my alma mater, Return of the Mac. Yeah, there you go. Some people don't like that song, but that's for another conversation. I think it's a classic, but anyway. All right. Thank you, Nolan. Appreciate it, man. But anyway, let's see who's here tonight. So, of course, y'all have heard from the Engine. We also have the Queen.
I'm not missing Mack Brown for nothing. The greatest. That was the greatest interview ever. Anyway.
All right. And then we also have the producer / alternator.
Yo, I've been in charge.
The alternator.
And we'll have some more people on here very shortly. But right now, once again, every week this happens, guys. We get ready to introduce the player host, and the numbers go up. I think the people love the player host more than us. And that's going to be a problem we have to figure out when we go on break here in a little
That's
bit.
not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. We just got to get more players. More players. That's it.
Oh, we're going to keep going. Wait a minute. We got one late person. Illustrious, what's up?
Straight out of the pool.
Nah, my daughter had a great pool day. I just got home. I literally just got home.
All right. Well, we'll see you when you get in the house.
I'm here.
All right. We'll see you later. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get down to business. So here we go. Now we are going to bring on, and this is going to be something else. I got a feeling. we're going to bring on our player host tonight. We announced it, I believe, yesterday. This man gave the most historical interview in Football Focus Weekly in Charlotte Football Insider history with the little walk-off that's gotten over 10,000 views now on Twitter. So, buckle your seatbelts. No further ado, we're going to bring on IMEC Player of the Year, Curtis Neal.
What up? What up?
How we doing, sir?
Good. What's good?
Man, you looking slim over there.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Look put together.
I hear you, man. So, what have you been up to the past few weeks?
Yeah, really just working out, man. You know the news. I tore my ACL, so just been trying to work out, build my quad up, and get ready. So.
Yeah, some people watching may not know that, and I hate to hear that, man, because you were a heck of a football player, obviously, with a ton of offers, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But first off, just tell me, man, how does it feel to be named the IMEC Defensive Player of the Year from the D tackle position?
Hey, I was ecstatic, like all the off-season work I put in, to the lifting, to the training with Rashad Jackson, which is my D-line training with my coach Williams, Coach Jabril, and just all the work, waking up at 6 a.m., just making sure you're the only person on the field. Just it's all about the mental things, and I was just getting prepared. So I was ecstatic that I won that. Kind of shocked, but just that kind of motivated me more, man. Winning it from a D tackle position, you know how hard that is, nose guard, planning for you. So I was ecstatic.
Yeah, man, it's awesome the fact that you can change the game so much from that position. It's getting double teamed and triple teamed and all those things. So obviously you're done playing at Huff, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so let's talk about your career there. I think 3 really, really special years. You don't know this, but I came to Huff a couple years ago when we were going around doing the interviews in the preseason, and they said, "Man, you see that kid over there?" They said that kid is going to be the best D tackle in this area that you've seen in a long time. And I think you were kind of running around chasing somebody, playing around. And I said, "That guy?" I said, "That guy right there?" They're like, yeah, man, he's gonna be special. So, it's funny how those things kind of play out, man. But your thoughts on your career at Huff?
It was amazing. Got to meet a bunch of new people. Amazing coaching staff, Coach Jenkins, Coach PJ, Coach Chachi, the defensive guru, Coach Williams, Coach Jabril, just Coach Z, Coach Chambers, just a whole amazing coaching staff, man. It was fun. Had a great time playing with a bunch of great Division I athletes. So it was amazing, nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's a great place to play with some great people.
Yeah.
Your AD, Taguchi. I actually played ball with him back in high school. Great guy. So this personality that you have, every time we talk to you, it just shines through. And where does that come from, man?
To be honest with you, like if you ask anybody, like I'm really laid back, chill, observant, but it's that demon that's feel. Like it's like another Curtis Neal take over me, bro. It's like if I don't make this play, I'm not gonna get this money. If I don't get off this block, I'm not gonna get this money. So it's like it's another guy that take over me, and it's that demon I done developed. Coach Chachi done developed in me, so that's what it is.
Yeah, man. I love your confidence. It is so what's the word? Ebullient. Just every time that we've seen you, through your play on the field, your emotion on the field, I love. And I know it reflects, and get your teammates fired up too, for sure. It's really something, man.
Sure.
So you've got a ton of offers, from all over the nation, man. Given that, you have so many, I want to ask you, and you don't have to put them in any kind of order or anything, but do you have any favorites? And then what are you looking for ideally from a school on the next level?
Oh, you try to set me up, but
You don't have to answer it.
every school I got a scholarship from is my favorite school. But what I am looking for in a program is opportunity, a brotherhood, being around a bunch of great players just like me, so we could eventually win that national championship, and a great coaching staff that could develop me on and off the field. So,
Sure. Very good, man. And I know we kind of touched on this a little bit, but I want to really dig down into it specifically because I coached offensive line for 13 years, and when we've had a great offensive lineman, we try to run behind them and do some different things, but it's hard for an offensive lineman to truly dominate a game because it's a team, it's a team game, and you got to have those guys working in concert with each other. So, how do you dominate a game so much from the defensive tackle position?
I'm gonna try not to give away too many tips, but it's definitely I'm gonna try not to give away too many tips, but it's definitely like it's a mindset thing. Like I said, you got to think that you're the best on the field. Like you got to walk on that. Like, yeah, I'm that. So you got to walk on. You got to be in that mode, and got to show. You got to show why you're the best. You got to have that motor. Guessing snap counts. Like it's a lot of different things that go on to be a dominant defensive tackle. I don't want to give too many tips, but yeah.
Well, we won't press that too much. Yeah. So I appreciate you sharing that little bit right there. All right, so let's get away from football a little bit because you like to talk about a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta know. I'm a big man. You're a D tackle. You look kind of slim. You're still a big man. What's your favorite restaurant? I gotta know.
So favorite restaurant I like going to in this area is probably, I want to say, Big Al's. Like that's the wing spot we go to. My teammates every Thursday. And you got to try. It's like this buffalo garlic parmesan chicken wing. It's like the best ever. So yeah.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
That's a lot of everything I like right there.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh, okay. So Big Al's. Okay. Big Al. All right. The next time, hey, y'all watch it in the background. Make sure y'all write that down. When we have our little meeting, we're going to go to Big Al's because Curtis said so.
Yeah.
And I want some buffalo garlic parmesan wings, fried crispy. They got to be fried crispy. All right. So one of the things that we lead the show off when we do our intro is I've done a top 5 fried chicken ranking. So I got to know, what are your top 5 fried chicken spots, man? Because we got to share this information with the people so they know.
So if I'm doing a fast food spots, I'm probably gonna do Zaxby's, Popeye.
Okay.
And you gotta throw Church's chicken in there. You gotta throw them in there. Church's, you gotta throw them in there.
There you go.
Chick-fil-A.
There you go.
Last one is KFC.
Wow, no Bojangles?
Oh, I forgot about that one. Now replace.
Come on, man.
I forgot about that one. I forgot.
They don't like us already. They had to send Ken a gift card.
Yeah.
Now they really gonna hate us now. Good gracious. Oh, yeah. All right. So you're gonna be here all show with. Oh, let me share some comments. Some people have some nice things to say. Let's see. Coach Johnson from Vance, prayers up, minor setback.
Sure.
Karen Belt, congrats to Curtis on the award.
Thank you.
IMEC Live Scores, he runs the IMEC account. Congrats on an incredible IMEC career. Been fun to watch you wreak havoc. Appreciate Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Coach Weber from Shelby, big fan of yours.
Thank you.
And Karen Belk endorses your Big Al's statement right there. So there you go, man. All right, so a lot of people excited to see you on. We're going to go ahead and get the show started. So I'm going to bring everybody back. And, Curtis, you can chime in on whatever we're talking about. And I'll ask you a couple things throughout the show. And, I'm glad to have you, man.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Oh, they want now everybody wants the link to the chicken wings. I'll get to that here in a second, guys. Yeah. Just bear with me. All right, guys. Oh, I took her. There we go. Okay, all right. Let's get started with the show.
Forget the football.
First
man.
thing we're
I'm here
going.
for the wings.
Oh yeah, hey, Big Al's is the spot.
Yep.
Hey, Big Al's is the spot. Hey,
Where's Big Al's?
Right.
man.
It's right next to, I don't know if you know where Jack Corner Tap is, but it's right next to that.
Is it
Right
down-
next to where?
Jack,
We'll find it.
I don't know that, but
I guess I got to do some research.
Big Al's.
Don't worry. I got you right now. Don't worry.
Hey,
All right. So
respect
one of
Big
y'all.
Kurt.
Yeah, we'll look at it. Okay.
Oh, man. Gotta get my juice. Can't go
No,
wrong.
I gave you 10 minutes to get set up, man. You ain't ready yet.
Hasn't left
Hey
his
man,
car.
hey, I was listening to Big Kurt talk, man. I'm a big fan of Curtis Neal. He's the only football player who has used my sound bite in a good way. Everybody else takes shots with it. God, dog. And that made my day, Curtis. That made my day.
You made his day, Curtis.
All right. So I think Coach Weber's trying to come on.
Yeah, I sent him the link. He was crying.
You will.
Anyway.
He was.
All right. So here we go. We're gonna talk about well, let's do this. I'm gonna switch the order a little bit.
Hey, where my
All right,
Queen City Bowl stuff at, man? I got beef. I was at the game. I had to fight to get up in there because. Hey, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the security at the Queen City Bowl. I felt like I was at Myers Park again. I felt like they wanted blood.
No, you didn't. Stop lying.
They wanted blood.
Stop lying.
And they,
no, because you would have been told me if there was a problem.
I know.
So
I've been yelling.
Don't even start that.
They would have had the cops run down there at Myers Park.
And I would have had to come out the press box and escort you out myself.
I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, I would.
Anyway, all right. So let's talk about some seniors, man. So we're pretty much done with football here in the Charlotte metro area for this season. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to salute a couple seniors that you want to kind of say thank you to for their performance in their career, and I'll give each one of you guys a shot. So let's see, producer, you got anybody you want to kind of salute there as a senior?
I'm still thinking. Let me think about
right.
it because I got a lot of choices.
Gotta have your notes ready.
I got a lot of choices.
I can go
Who's
first.
ready?
I go first.
All right, Queen, ladies first. All right.
Yeah, I'm going first.
Bulldogs.
Well, not even just the Bulldogs, but one in particular, Devian Nelson. I have had not too many opportunities to watch him over the season, but the times that I did watch him, he just always brought such a good energy to not only the offense but that team as a whole. And just even down to when he came and spoke to me after his game against Providence, like just being humble and being able to thank other people for sort of your success and what they've contributed to you as a person. He just kind of was always happy, even if he lost. And I'm sure no one's happy when they lose. I wasn't happy when I ever lost, but just him as a whole. I appreciate you, Devian Nelson.
All right, I got you. I got you, Pep. So I'm gonna go with just due to the consistency on the field. Not a real rah guy. I'm gonna go Austin Greer, advanced quarterback. Not a real super vocal guy, but definitely led by example, led by his play. Very consistent for 2 years as a starter, two years as a advanced starter, 2 championships. I mean, what more can you ask for? Always as far as I know, always did the right thing, not in trouble. Definitely was a great leader for his team. So got to go Austin Greer for sure. Easy choice.
Good choices so far, guys. Curtis, you got a senior you want to kind of salute, man?
I got a couple. Can I do a couple?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Timmy Artis, Zaire Parker, Jaquan Gibbs, Elijah Williams. That popped up in my head. It was an amazing time with you guys, and I wish you guys so much luck in your careers. So Thank you.
Well said, man. Those are some good kids. A couple of those guys were on the Queen City Senior Bowl team too. We're gonna talk about here in just a second. All right, illustrious. You got some seniors you want to salute?
Oh yeah. Salute to all my guys. First and foremost, Jay Snap, Parrish Metzger, Jalen Brooks, Mason Atkins, Darren. Bro, I don't coach a lot. MJ over here at West Charlotte with me. Shundell. All my seniors at West Charlotte. Shoot, I don't miss some. And then the beast that I gotta give props to Caleb Weaver over there at Mars Park. That kid's a hidden gem. I don't know why he has 0 offers, but that you need a DB. You need to holler at Caleb Weaver. A lot of respect for his game. And it's a bunch more I'm missing, but them the ones off the top of my head.
All right, thank you, sir. We got a comment that wants to salute some seniors. So Karen Belt, we're gonna put that on the screen here. Salute to Maya Douglas and Mallory Shaver, great softball players at Independence, Southwestern 4A All Conference, going to play at Harvard and USC women. All right, that's awesome. Oh. Awesome, yeah. Good. Oh, USC Aiken. That's what she meant to say. Okay.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, great job, Maya and Mallory. That's awesome, man. I like watching softball. It's entertaining.
Oh, now you like watching softball? I just asked a question.
Connection's getting shaky. Connection is getting shaky.
Hey, you take me. I go outside. Well, I'm already outside. I go smoke a cigar and enjoy life.
All right, Kenneth, you got some seniors you want to salute?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to my boys at Central. 2 guys that kind of flew under the radar that just had incredible senior years. Makai Dunn, he was a senior cornerback, just an incredible young man, somebody that I'm super, super, super care about. Great dude. And then Guillermo Benitez, both of those jokers have recently picked up opportunities to play football at the next level. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I'm excited to see what happens to that. But I'm gonna holler at my guys, Makai Dunn and Guillermo Benitez, GB.
Awesome. Let me see if Coach Weber, you let me try to add him in. All right. Well, there we go. All right, Coach, you got some seniors you want to salute, man?
Yeah, I'm
You got to turn the mic on.
You're muted, bro.
I'm muted.
You're good, Coach. Go ahead.
Oh, you can hear me?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of our seniors, man, just to be able to go through this COVID year was stressful for a lot of seniors all over. But I just want to salute all the seniors from Shelby, Colin Arrington, Toria Arrington, Omar Phillips, Jimmy Wisnick, Will Sadler. A lot of the guys, man, they've been blessed to get opportunities to play at the next level. So I just want to salute all those guys. Appreciate them for their hard work over the 4 years.
All right, very good, very good. Thank all you guys for sharing. I think, we'll cut that up and hopefully some of those guys will see, those kind of nice words that were said. I've got a few that I want to kind of salute myself. And these guys, for me, covering them for, the last few years has really been, a pleasure. And some of these guys have been with us for a long time, me and Brandon, and even going back to when we were able to go around and visit schools. They're always very respectful, really, really great kids. You may hear some similar names, but first one, Cameron Smith at Olympic, man, what a great young man. I was so happy for what happened in the Queen City Senior Bowl. I'll talk about it here in a second for him, but he's always been very, very professional, pleasant, really, really good. I think I've interviewed him maybe 6 or 7 times throughout his career. And he's always been, very gracious and thankful, for the opportunity to talk with him. Caden Hager at Catawba Ridge. I mentioned him because not only for, his respect throughout the interviews that we've done throughout. We just got to know him this past season, obviously going down to South Carolina, but the fact that he played so many positions on that Catawba Ridge team and was a big part of them making it all the way to the state semifinals early in that school's history. And we did that extended interview, me and Justin, when we did we were doing the unsigned senior thing, and he ended up, getting an offer and signing with the school after that. And, it's always awesome when that's able to happen. But a really, really great young man, Caden Hager. I know, Billups, you mentioned Mason Adkins. He's a really, really, really good kid, man. We didn't actually interview him until I think this past season, but for a couple of years, he's always come up after games, shook me and Brandon's hands and, thanked us for the coverage and coming to Providence. And, getting to know him, even more this year with the Queen City Senior Bowl. And he's comes from a great family. That family is helping us at Harding. Those are some incredible people over there. And, I definitely want to salute him and his family for, being, just wonderful, wonderful people. Dylan McKay at Mountain Island, he's their long snapper. But some of you may be aware that he does McKay edits, where he does all the photo edits and things of that nature on Instagram. That's where he mainly is, but he also has a Twitter. When we started Charlotte Football Insiders, I was looking for someone to do, some graphics. And I asked a couple people, and people kept saying Dylan McKay edits. So I reached out to him. And for that first season where we were doing games of the week, he created a game of the week edit for every single game through the playoffs. And of course, I did pay him, but it was really incredible work, and it really helped, build this brand into what it is now. And he's going to UNC Charlotte, and I might, use him some more. He created the flyer for the Spring Player Showcase we're going to talk about later on in the show. And usually, I go to him for any kind of graphic and edit, needs that we may have. So, and then he's a pretty good long snapper on top of that. So, I want to salute him, man. Great young man that's helped literally build, Charlotte Football Insiders. Antonio Smith, when we covered him when he was at Garinger, that was one of my favorite interviews and getting to know that young man. I know he's moved around. He's had some different situations go on. But, in getting to know him, he's been through a lot. In my dealings with him, he's been, excellent. I want to salute him, And then the last one I want to salute is Arnold Taylor at Independence. It's one of my most favorite interviews that I did. We found out, I think his nickname was Biscuit Man or something like that, because he worked at Bojangles and was in charge of making biscuits. So we had some fun with that. But, once again, another great young man, battled through some, injury situations at Independence, and ended up having, I think a good career. And I want to salute him as well. So, and that's just a few. There's so many I could salute. I could salute all 80 Queen City Senior Bowl seniors for, putting on a great game, which is what I want to talk about now. So I'm going to bring everybody back. Take Kenneth off there. Bring you on, Coach. So, let's see, got a couple comments here. Yep, Joe Hughes. McKay's edit game is legit. I definitely agree. He does edits for all kind of stuff, man. And, I don't know how long it takes. It would take me a long time because I don't know what I'm doing. But he does an awesome job, man. But that was a great job, guys. Thank you for sharing all those wonderful words about some.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that about the Atkinsons. The last game, she sent me a text and she was telling me that your story about Harding, it really touched her, and she's really the thing about them is they're really big on helping every kid. So yeah, I'm glad you all be glad that y'all at Harder. I'll be glad y'all got them on that booster club helping out and stuff. And she's 110% committed. Her and her husband, you know, they did so much for kids at Providence that couldn't have it, like making sure they all had shirts and spirit packs and stuff like that. So they're really a great group of people. So that was dope that you said that. But I'll send you the text that she sent me. It was a good conversation. They're really good people. Love and some respect to them.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Mason's the young man he is.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Coach. There you go. Yeah, he was in the Queen City Senior Bowl, so
dog,
yeah,
Webb's everywhere, isn't it? You on the show, you could have said that. God. You like to be seen. Hey, Webb just like being in the mix, boy. Webb had me laughing. Go ahead, we talk about the Queen City Bowl, but he had me crying Friday.
Yeah, so I think, you know, the second edition of this Queen City Senior Bowl was really special. I mean, not only the fact that we had an awesome game that came down literally to the last play, but you know, there were a lot of things that this time around made it, you know, really a fun experience, man. I mean, going out to practice all week long, you know, the coaches were entertaining. In a lot of ways.
One in particular. a lot of behind the door conversations.
Well, I'm not gonna get into that. That's
no, it's all
something
love.
You must know, and I don't.
No, he's good. He's funny.
But yeah, man. And then the players, you know, I mean, sometimes you get into that situation with the All-Star game, and you know, sometimes the players, you know, kind of chill and everything. But I mean, literally, that game was played like a playoff game. I mean, the guys on Friday night coached like it was a playoff game, and the players were into it. They played hard. And here's the thing that I love: the fans got into it in the fourth quarter, and that was something that, you know, even in our wildest dreams, we weren't expecting, you know, fans to really, you know, get behind these guys because they come from so many different places. But they all came together, and it really at the end felt like an Olympic home game, you know. And the home team was able to pull it out 21-20. But the biggest thing about it was, you know, those 80 seniors got a chance to get out there and play one more time in a shortened season, which, you know, I think had a part to kind of do with, you know, how well the game was played. But it's always great for, you know, a young man on his home field to do something special. And we had a couple of them. You know, Cameron Smith scored the game-winning 2-point conversion in the fourth quarter, but I thought was a great moment with all the teammates going down there and mobbing them and all that. And then Kai Russell, my goodness, defensive end from Olympic, ended up being defensive MVP. I don't know how many sacks he had. I mean, he had to be at least
he would kill
4. I mean, good gracious, man. So those Olympic guys, you know, really, you know, took advantage of that last chance on their home field. And then on the other side of things, the offensive MVP was Davion Nelson, who, Queen, you just shouted out.
Yes.
Don't mute me. That wasn't me.
I know who it was. That's why they looking all crazy in the camera.
Right.
You know what we're going to do? You know, next season, we're going to start finding people for when they don't, you know.
You got to.
Yeah, we're going to start finding people, man.
That's why he just started grinning. He know it was. He know it was. That's why he's looking. Look at him.
I'm on my bad.
God, boy.
My bad.
God,
you beg to come on the show, and then you don't conduct yourself accordingly.
I know. Hey, look, I don't vouch for him. He out here don't know how to put his phone on mute.
Nah,
dog.
One of my players calling me, man. That's all it was. My bad. Hey,
we got a player on the show who's been professional this whole time and had no problems.
And a future pro athlete.
Hey,
look at his state. Look at his. And sit up straight. Sit up straight. Well, look at Kurt. He got his shoulders back. He got his arm folded. He letting you know he about business. Look at you. You all slouched up. Sit up. Make us look bad.
I done told you about my boy, man.
Look at him. Look, Kurt letting you know. He said you talk about him all you want to.
Hey,
you want to.
I'm a fan of Neal, man. I like his game, man.
He said you are blessed to be a fan of Neal. That's what he told me prior to the show.
Yeah,
God, dog. Well,
I played D tackle too, though, so I know.
I know all your stories. Q told me about you.
You know, man. Hey, Neal. Hey, I'll challenge you to do something I did. I don't think nobody ever did next year.
What?
2 pick sixes in one game.
To what?
2 pick sixes in one game.
I mean that's kind of hard when people game plan for you, bro.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You a beast though, so that's what.
They ain't game plan for him, Neal. They're like, let's move a little way about the way.
He gets.
Oh, you crazy.
All right.
Well, that was a great aside right there. So that allows me to bring in Mr. Tap In, who's now with us, and then Kenneth is back, so we'll bring him back as well.
What up, Kenneth?
And I'll just take the banner down. But anyway, you guys that were there, what were your thoughts on the bowl game?
Fast and physical, man. It was a real fast and physical game. Hey, I've been to a couple of practices the whole week. They was really getting out there. You wouldn't think it was an all-star game or a bowl game. You could tell these guys had a chip on their shoulder. They still had a point to prove. COVID year kind of shortened them out a little bit with training. So hey, they still was fired up. Even some of the Vans boys, even after they just won the state ring, they were still getting out there. So hey, it was definitely surprised me, but it was a good game, good competition. A lot of athletes still available that's not signed. And coaches, man, go pick these guys up. They ready.
Yeah, it was definitely nice to see guys giving 100%, going hard. Like you said, you see some exhibition games, guys kind of going half speed and not really giving it their all. But it was nice to see, that competitiveness to come out and, guys really treated it like a regular season game. They were going just as hard. And also nice to see, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we got out of there with very few injuries, if at all. So, that was also good to see.
Yeah. I think the bowl game is better than watching the Pro Bowl on NFL. Man. Like the high school guys, they're still getting after it. It was a great environment. It's my first time going, so I love being there. It's a good environment. I don't really get to go to Charlotte games much because we always playing, so it was just a good environment to be in.
Here you go. We always playing. Shut up. No, it was I would say whatever, like, hey, he like my little brother, man. He's
professional, man. All I say next year, let's get some more Cleveland County boys in.
My goodness. Oh, hey, like I agree with what everybody said. Well, I think the biggest viewpoint for me was the camaraderie. It was a lot of coaches and ADs out there chopping it up, having a good time. The conversation pieces, I think that changed a lot of people's image on Charlotte coaching culture. Everybody say we don't like each other, we cocky, we don't get along, but we prove everybody wrong. We just like to have fun. We're competitive. It's the Charlotte way, man. We talk junk, but we have fun. That's how we are from Charlotte. Even people from the outsiders who coaching in Charlotte now, to see them try, messing with the coaches. So that was fun. And, like Justin said, man, it's a lot of kids who play in that bowl who don't have any offense. You need to come pick up. Like I said, Caleb Weaver, 3 picks in the All-Star game. That's pretty impressive. So, hey, and shout out to that Country Day quarterback, man. Oh, my goodness. Woo.
All right, good deal, man. Anyone else have some thoughts before I go?
Look, Dale went out. His Dale went out. Look at it.
I don't know what happened over there, but anyway,
get your HP, man.
Let me share some comments here. So, Miss Moten, thank you for coming out, Miss Moten. Once again, I still have not met you. I don't know how this keeps happening. We in the same place, but I still have not met you. So thank you for being there. Awesome game. Yes, it was. Sharon Austin, excellent game. Yes, it was. Let's see.
Lord
Coach Q
Jesus.
from Vance is here.
Lord I don't told man. I don't even want to see this video. They don't make a movie. I'm tired, man.
Hey, man.
Oh, the documentary. Oh, yeah.
Nobody want to see no documentary.
About it now. They out there. They don't want another championship. Let that man be that man. Let him go.
No, that's how they do all the time. Punks. Imagine being their friend. You know the stuff out here all the time?
Don't need.
I just got to mute my phone. Tired of them.
All right, so Curtis, another nice comment right here. It said, Neal's a grown man, respect from IBM Drive. Well, yeah, absolutely, man. That first game y'all played, good Lord.
Yeah.
So on the Queen City Senior Bowl, great networking event for the coaches across the city. Yeah, it definitely was. I think that might be something we look at next year is actually setting up. Well, in the first year we actually had a kind of a networking event on the Thursday of the bowl week, but of course with COVID we couldn't do that this year. We couldn't do the banquet this year, but hopefully we're able to do that stuff back in the fall when we have the game once again. Well, actually in December. I say fall, but December when we do it again. There'll be some other exciting changes coming up for the Queen City Senior Bowl that we're already kind of in discussion about. So stay tuned. I think this thing is always going to continue to grow. Westopedia, who kind of dissed us, which I'll talk about.
Oh man!
But he wants to know: is Coach Billett still teaching Pilates at Curves?
No, I'm just on the floor.
What is that about?
I'm just on the floor because I'm outside. I'm just on the floor. I like to be outside. That's where I feel home and safe at.
Pilates at Curves though,
because I got my North Face shirt on. I'm comfortable. Coach Billett got to be comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Curves is a fully women's gym, and Pilates is like yoga. So
you saying Coach Billett can't teach no Pilates?
I'm just saying.
I got inner peace.
That's what you saying?
I got inner peace. We got some stands that we can do. Look. Yeah, the stand. Yeah.
And he's gone.
That connection done cut out, man. It done cut out. God almighty.
I
thought he paid his AOL bill, man. I thought he paid it.
He keep walking too far away from the Wi-Fi box.
He needs another gym. That 48-hour trial ran out, man.
Sorry, Coach. I know what you're doing.
Well, Coach Webb's back, so we can fill his spot for now.
We got one.
When his connection gets back on, we'll get him back on. So.
Okay.
All right, our Mac Live scores. Love the pride between both teams had representing East and West. Yep, absolutely. That was really, really great. Coach Harmon checking in. What's up, Coach? Let me get him on the screen here. I'm glad I coached on Fairview's team so he couldn't. Oh man. So
if you then against you.
Absolutely. Coach Harmon did a great job at Myers Park this past season. Next week, we're going to talk a lot about coaches. There's a lot to talk about there. I want to give it a lot of attention, and that's going to be our season finale next week. So stay tuned for that. We're not going to talk about it tonight. We got some things we got to do for the seniors and everything. But, yeah, we're going to definitely talk about coaches next week. So definitely be ready to tune in about that. Because I think, a lot of us have some things to say. So we'll save that for next week. Let's see. Tim Pride. Great game, great event. Even Talking Preps and Langston had a lot of Oh, naughty, Tim. Coach, we know there's some Coach Grinders on that show, and he was the defensive coordinator for the West squad that ended up winning, 21-20. So, we don't hate nobody over here. They're just a different show, than us. So there we go. All right. Mr. Burlow.
He's a great poet.
Yes, finale.
That's Langston Hughes, though. Langston Hughes.
What they were talking about? The writer, poet?
Langston Hughes, yeah. I think that's who they're talking about. Yeah, Langston Hughes. All right. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, Miss Burlow's finale. Yes, next week will be our final show until July 7th. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break. We've been going hard for a long time. I don't even know how long.
Right?
With no real breaks in between. So
19 straight weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna take a. Really?
That's a long season, man.
God almighty, 19?
Coach Brown.
And we don't get paid for this.
Right.
A Bojangles gift card here and there would be nice, but you know.
Your $30 Bojangles gift card was your pay.
That's the price. It's the price.
Oh man!
I can make this Powerade smoothie that I keep getting tortured about.
Or no, I'll take some Big Al's wings upon Mr. Neal.
Can I give a shout out to Coach Q real quick though? For coming on with the comments. I had almost forgotten that Vance won the championship. It had been like 10 minutes since I've been on Twitter, so it was like 9 minutes since I'd last heard that Vance won a championship. So Coach Q, you on here reminding me.
Be humble about it.
It's kind of like a Vance coach, a vegan, and a CrossFitter walk into a bar. How do you know? Because that's all they talk about.
Well, we won't see that anywhere. All right. God almighty. All right. Well, Jim West, on this last comment before we move on, I'll just let you read it. That's all I do. I just click the button. All right. There you go.
Wow.
Okay. So moving on. Y'all are savage tonight, man. God almighty. Where are we? Oh, camp. All right, Queen City Senior. Queen City. God almighty. CFI Spring Player Showcase this Saturday, May 22nd. Mountain Island Charter from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We still have a few spots. I keep getting orders as we're doing the show, so I'm telling you, if you want to get in, man, there's only a few spots left. $100 for the fee to come and participate. You're going to be getting a full combine with 40-yard dash, shuttle run, broad jump, medicine ball toss. A lot of people don't do the medicine ball toss, but I wanted to do it. I've seen it done a couple other places. I think it's a good measure of strength. And then we're going to do, of course, the one-on-ones everyone loves. Get some good individual coaching from a good group of coaches. And then we'll do some competition stuff at the end. We do have awards. There's some really nice awards like we did last fall. And then, of course, you're going to be filmed. We got 2 guys doing video. We got 2 people taking pictures. I'm going to do a live stream through this same platform. So you're going to definitely be out there. So if you're coming out, man, you're going to be showcased. And the purpose of this really is to get you ready for summer camp season. All right. Curtis, you've been into several camps, man. What is the thing that you did so well to get ready to, kind of show out at those kind of camps that we're talking about here?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I really didn't. I think I went to 2 or 3 camps. I say it was and they were Carolina exposure camp. So the first one I didn't go because I got injured. Well, I didn't participate in because I got injured my freshman year. In the second camp, I just went and competed. But I mean, I guess you could just work on drills and how your coaches do little drills with you to just get you prepared for camp. So.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff, man. Justin, you're pretty much, our player analyst, man, and you're going to be there. You're going to be leading the stretch lines, and then you're going to be teaching, guys how to run the 40 properly, which, is something that's very important going into this part of the season. What kind of advice would you give players coming into this camp on Saturday?
Just come in with a competitive mindset, man. You come out there, this is a showcase. This is the start of the camp season. This is probably the first camp that a lot of these athletes are going to be attending before they attend other camps. So just come here with a competitive mindset. get used to these movements and these drills because you're gonna want to elevate your performance with these drills as you go further in your career and as far as going to different camps as well. So just come get a good feeling of these drills. Make sure you execute these drills, get better, and like I said, we're there to help. We're here to elevate you and make sure that you have the best experience at this camp. So come in locked in, ready to go.
All right, good advice, man. Good advice. Kenneth, I know you've given some great advice about summer camps, and we're going to talk about that here to finish up this segment. But what advice can you give players that are going to be coming, to these camps, such as this one on Saturday?
Yeah, don't be walking into the stadium eating a sausage biscuit with mustard on it. You're going to be puking that sausage biscuit on the floor whenever you start running. Make sure you warm up. Obviously, tap in is leading the stretches. If you're still feeling a little bit tight, make sure you get in that warm up before you do your individual drills, before you do your combine stuff. Have fun. I mean, we've talked about coach after coach after coach. What they look for in camp is they look for guys who are going to be up front. They look for guys who are helping others out. They look for guys who are taking on a leadership role, even inside that camp environment. Have fun. Do as well as you can. Take coaching to heart. You maybe will learn something. If you can pick up one or two things that will help you at a Mercer camp or at a UNC camp or at a Wake Forest camp or a Catawba camp in a month or in 6 weeks, that might be the difference between you picking up some money and you going home empty-handed.
That's a way to keep it real, man. That's a way to keep it real. You're out here to try to earn this money. I mean, you got competition coming from all kinds of places. We've reached out to over 20 colleges. I expect, some of those same colleges that have been in our camps before to be there. Excited to share that we are going to be sponsored by Body Armor. So we'll have plenty of Body Armor drinks at the camp. Once again, they've been a great supporter of the all of our CFI camps under the lights and now the Spring Player Showcase. So you don't have to worry about bringing any. You can bring something if you want to, but we'll have plenty of stuff for you. We'll keep it cold and fresh for you. And like I said, you're going to be on camera a lot. We're trying to keep the camp to around 100 kids. We're going to try to keep it focused and so you can get good learning without a whole ton of, coaches. I'm not coaches. A lot of other players around. You're going to get individualized, focused coaching. And you're going to get a lot of reps. And that's the thing that we always want to do. If you got 300 kids out there, you might be making a lot of money, just to be honest with you, but you're not getting a lot of reps. So, and that's what it's about. It's about you becoming a better player in a good environment where you can get coached up. So, we got Coach Powell joining us from, looks like after practice. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Pretty good, sir.
We're good. We're good. How you doing, man?
I'm tired, man. I'm looking forward to Friday. Looking forward to Saturday.
You come to the camp Saturday?
Yeah, I'll be at the camp working, some capacity, helping out wherever I can help out at. But I'm not gonna be coaching. I'll be helping wherever you need me to help at. That'll be it. I'm tired of coaching.
I'm all right. I'm glad you told me. I didn't know that. So that's good, man. I can definitely use you. That's great. What time you coming out?
I'll be there whenever you need me to be there. But coaching.
9:30.
Coaching 2 sports right now, and starting at 2:30 with wrestling. Baseball at 5:30. I'm getting done, dropping the last kid off at home at 8:55. Me coaching kids on Saturday morning about some football. I'd rather sit back and enjoy and just talk to all the coaches and network that way. I'm good. I'm good on coaching.
Okay. Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that. So we don't have the capacity restrictions we had with the fall camp. So if you guys want to come out, you feel free to come out. But if you are not a coach or a player, you will have to go through, a screening process. And that's just what we have to do per the standards of Mountain Island. So, just keep that in mind. We'll have 3 people there. I'm sure it won't take that long. But if you do come out, you will have to go through that process. But players and coaches will not. So let me think. Let's see. We got a couple comments I want to share here. Let's see here. Oh, Well, apparently his connection ain't working no more. So he said, "Illustrious is with the people now." And we didn't silence you. Your connection went out. No, don't put that on us. We ain't silence you.
That AOL,
But
man.
some good advice. I know, man. Like you said, he need another one of them free discs and get another trial going. But drink water, stretch before you come. If you're going to the camp, that's great advice right there. Be loose and have fun. Win every rep. Yes, compete. That's what we want to see, man. Because this video will go out, and like I said, we're live streaming it, so I can't edit, a live stream. So it is what it is. So you guys want to you want to get exposure, you want to be out there. This is it, man. So I definitely appreciate all the kids that have signed up. I've talked to some parents who are appreciative of the opportunity. And, I always say this, there are other camps out there. There are other camps that do, different things. And honestly, I always love to talk with some people who are trying to decide. If you want a certain type of look from a camp, then I suggest that you go to a specific camp. But I'm gonna support our camp, because I think we do, overall good things, very well. And I've had a lot of great feedback, so I'm excited to see, all the talent that's going to be coming out on Saturday. Also, I will share it because I don't have any problem sharing it. I think VTO is doing a camp in Kings Mountain the same day. And then ESPN is doing a big underclassmen showcase thing. I think it's at the Sportsplex. And then some talented kids have been invited to that. So, take this advice, and wherever you're going this weekend, show out, man, because it's an opportunity to get exposure, and you never know who will see you and then pass your name on somewhere else. And then you get, some like Ken said, you might get some money, out of it, So, take it seriously, man. But anyway, now I believe it's that time. Y'all know what it is. It's time. The Slime with your favorite host. Definitely not me after the things I've said tonight. Here we go.
We got Mack Brown to start the show. We're going to end the show with the Slime Pep. What better way to spend your Wednesday night than with the most influential prep football show on the internet? Good night. You know what time it is. It's time to get our slime on. My wife hasn't gone to bed yet, so I can be loud tonight. We're going to start off with producer Brandon. Who you sliming tonight?
Man, I got to slime that whole roster of those raggedy butt Hornets after that performance they put on last night, man. I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm a Hornets supporter. I'm a Charlotte guy. I want to see the Hornets do well, and they come out and just embarrass themselves, man. They had a chance, finally turn the curve, and they just came out and showed they're just not ready, man. So after that performance, the whole Hornets roster, you know what? Throw a little, whatever's left in the bucket, I'm throwing that on Michael Jordan too. All of them.
So tell me this, producer Brandon, was the Hornets season a success in your eyes?
I'm gonna say yes, but they showed that there's some potential there. There's some potential. They got something cooking in the oven, but unfortunately, that game last night just showing they're just not quite ready. They need a few more ingredients before they're ready to cook a good meal. But I'd say overall, yeah, they're going in the right direction. But unfortunately, we found out last night that they're just not quite there. I need a few more pieces.
I mean, obviously, they lost the last 6 games. If Gordon Hayward plays the last month, how many wins does he help them get?
I'd say at least, you could tack on at least 5 to 7 more.
Wow.
Just by having him. So yeah, I mean they can just stay healthy next year. They got a lot of young pieces. Ball obviously is looking great. So, but not there yet.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brandon. We're going to go OP, man. I know it's 9:00 at night. You're just now getting to the house. You're trying to get in and see the family. But Coach Powell, Who you sliming this week, man?
I'm gonna slime some of my high school coaches. When you look at the kids that made all conference, I just want to figure out how we doing and rating kids that make all conference. Are we really looking at stats? Is it on the number of kids that you win? You win in first place in the conference, second, third, fourth place. I know in my heyday when I played, and that was a while ago, coaches had to turn in your stats, and everybody had to look at it and then pick the corners, the DBs, the receivers, the offensive linemen off their grades, off their stats. Let's get back to that. We're using stats to figure out really who's all conference instead of just anybody can be all conference at this day and age.
Those are great questions, Coach. And as a head coach, those are questions that I heard every single year. Even parents for other student athletes on other teams would tag me on Twitter. Who the heck voted for this team? Why is it my boy on this team? Look at how many stats, etc. Great questions. The Queen, Cherie, who you sliming tonight?
Well, so I've been kind of, taking some time off from the slime, but I do have to take a moment to slime all of the Tim Tebow haters. I feel like there are a lot of you guys in this world. Listen, if there is one person that thinks that Tim Tebow has something to offer to a team, let them do what they're going to do, because regardless of how we feel about it, they're going to either succeed or they're going to fold. Those are only two options that we can give them, and just let them do that. I don't see any problem with Tim Tebow going out there trying to be a tight end if he wants to be a tight end. And I think that if you got a problem with it, you should be slimed.
You know what? I'm with you, Queen. If somebody's willing to take league minimum and they can make the team and they can help a team out, let them go for it. If they don't make the team, then they don't make the team. But you know what? That dude's in peak physical shape, man. That's a big joker who works his butt off. Let's see what he can do, man. He's a fun player. He brings a lot of attention to the league, and he'll bring a lot of attention down there to Jacksonville, I'm sure. How do we know that? That's probably they probably do, Joe. They probably do. Let's see. We got Tap In. My man's finally got his Instagram page up. He's got his Twitter handle up. Tap In. Who you sliming on tonight?
Well, I thought about sliming Pep because he recommended me to this printing company, and so I took his recommendation, went through the printing company, ordered a banner from them, and they told me they were going to proofread the banner. So they sent me the invoice. I paid the invoice, and then they told me I had to proofread it by 5 o'clock. Well, I didn't get the email till 8 o'clock that night. So now they're trying to upcharge me and say I have to pay additional $50 just for it to be sent to me by the camp that's on Saturday. So you know what, Pep, I don't want to slime you, but also I'm going to slime the company you printing, man. Y'all guys get it together. Get it together.
Who's the name of the company, Justin?
It's called You Printing.
You Printing.
You Printing, yes.
No, you tripping. That's what they are.
Yeah, they are.
$50 upcharge. And they said to you, nah, bump that place, man. Call them fools out. Let's tag them. Let's put this on Twitter. Yeah. Let's make this go viral. What's my man Duff? Duff starts putting stuff on Twitter and things happen. You start getting certificates sent to you, man. Let's make this go viral, Pep.
Pep, you get some of that slime too, though, because you recommended me that to a company. So you definitely get that slime. At least whatever's better.
Man, I'll tell you what. I had no clue just the kind of people we were going to have on the show tonight. I bet between two tweets from Curtis Neal and Big Coach Webb, I bet there are like 400,000 retweets between just those two dudes, man. Those are like two of the most viral tweets of all time. Big Webb, who you sliming tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm sliming, man. I got some disappointing news today, man, from one of my players, man. I'm sliming college coaches who want to offer kids without even talking to the kid's parents or the coaches of the high school kid that you want. Like, how can you offer a kid without even speaking with the high school head coach or even position coach, man. That's just terrible.
Coach, I agree 100%, man. One of the most unprofessional things that a college staff can do is offer a kid and not call the head coach first. That blows my mind. In fact, I'm going to speak. Well, no, I won't. I'll leave it alone. I'm going to stop right there. I agree with you 100%. College coaches play by the rules, man. There's a reason why certain college coaches do things well and their teams win. And there's usually a reason why other schools do not win so many games. Pat, who are you sliming on tonight?
First, I'm going to slime you, Justin, because you don't blame me for those problems that company's having. That's not my fault. I ain't had no problems. I got my stuff quick, and it looks good. So don't blame me for that problem, man. You your own man. You make your own choices. So you chose to follow that, and now you got to live with the consequences. So it ain't my fault. Oh, it ain't my fault. Anyway, slime tonight, man. I'm gonna go with Brandon because I was very upset. Sitting here, I had my food ready. 6:30 p.m. national broadcast. TNT. Charles Barkley picks the Charlotte Hornets. I knew as soon as that game started, we got down 10 points in the first quarter. I knew it was over. Absolutely pitiful performance. I've been mad all day, and I thought I got over it. Then someone would come in to my office and say, "Man, what happened to your Hornets?" I get mad all over again. I'm mad at the Queen City Senior Bowl colors. I like the Hornets because it keeps reminding me every time I look at the screen. It don't make no sense, man. They've been playing good. At least they've been playing with effort all season long. And then we finally get to a play-in game, which for us in Charlotte is like a big Game 7 type situation. And they play like they didn't even care. I mean, we only go to the playoffs every 5 years. Well, we were in the playoffs last 2016, Game 7, first round, Miami. We went down there and got beat by like 40. And it's the same thing that happened again to the Indiana Pacers without their leading scorer. It's a hard life, man. It's a hard life as a Hornets fan, and they deserve some slime. And then I got an email today with my dang on ticket refund. I put down $300 for first round playoff tickets, and they didn't even want to credit my account. It's so bad. They said, "We're gonna give you, just take your money back." That's how bad it was. So they always try to give you a credit for something, and they ain't even try to do that, man. So yeah, everyone gets slimed over there. It's pitiful. Thank you, Brandon, for stealing my thunder. Appreciate it.
You know what? I'm gonna stay in the Coach Webb zone. Pep, I was right, just checking to make sure. We've had college coaches on for 19 straight weeks. We've had Division I ACC coaches like Mack Brown and David Cutcliffe. We've had Division II head coaches. We've had Division III head coaches. We've had big-time coordinators, coaches of the year, college coaches of the year, recruiters of the year. We've had up-and-coming coaches. We've even had an NFL coach on this show. In fact, not only do we have 19 straight weeks and 20 if you add Coach Lucky, I've got 10 coaches in my phone who are begging to come on this show. But I just started thinking when Coach Webb made that comment, I started thinking about a couple of coaches who said that they were too good for this show. Several coaches who told me that this show would be wasting their Wednesday nights, that it wasn't worth coming on this show. You know what? I just looked it up since Coach Webb started talking. Of the 3 coaches who told me they were too good for this show, they had a combined 4 wins this season. Yeah, you're too good for this show. Take that and get on out of here, and we'll see you at your next stop. And your next stop might be coaching middle school football somewhere. Y'all have a good night. I'm out, Pep.
I don't know who the hell they are, so we don't ever deal with it.
I've got all receipts, Pep. I keep all my receipts.
All right, good.
Trust me.
Good, because we're gonna talk about that after the show. But anyway, we got one more on the slime. He came back, so
the illustrious Coach Billups back in the house, sitting on the side of Ford. What you got? Who you sliming tonight, man?
I ain't sliming nobody. Y'all funny. The Hornets. Hey, I'm sliming no Hornets fan.
Hey, man. What?
You ain't
No.
stopping anybody.
No. You're not going to come on here and blaspheme the Hornets fan. We suffer together. You ain't no real Hornets fan.
I don't know. Hey, you
just want to laugh.
Tweets all day today you've been making, and you ain't going to slime nobody.
What I was making? Oh, you talking about the corn? Hey, stop being corny. That's all I got to say. I got to be good. I think.
Boys got ears, you know.
No, for real. Hey, for real. And you probably agree with me on this, Kenneth. Y'all, these articles y'all put out sometimes on, like, we need to celebrate these new coaches, these new hires. And I don't think we got to bring up like the old dirt or old situations. And stuff happen in private at schools and stuff like that, like suspensions and stuff like that. I think it's kind of corny to put, that on a platform, because it messes the coach's reps up some. Like everybody know the Miles Park situation. I think we should give Curtis Fuller a chance. I don't think people are mad at him. They're upset with the outcome for Harmon, and he didn't do nothing to Coach Harmon. So Curtis Fuller. I want me personally. I ain't speaking for nobody else. I wish you the best of luck over there. I'm so ecstatic for my brother DJ McFadden getting the opportunity to go back to Indy. Also shout out to Coach Sanders, formerly at Hopewell, now the head coach of East Met. Like we need to spread more love. Like that's why we get the rep that we get in Charlotte. Like I don't know why you'll put that to say, hey, this is the new head coach at Miles Park. We don't got to put all the other stuff. I'm not gonna say what it was that was said, but I think you gotta give the man a chance. You gotta give him a chance, and we're all people of God. We're all children of God, man. Sometimes we make mistakes. Coach Bills don't make some mistakes, and if you make that, you learn from your mistakes and move forward, man. You can't dangle that over that person's head. So I just want people to stop being corny like that. So it was not. I know everybody think Coach Bills always mad at some coach. I'm not mad at nobody, man. I'm in good spirit. Like I said, my baby was swimming. I was in swimming class all day, laughing at her today. But we gotta stop this. We gotta uplift one another. So bring that back, and talk to people. Like OP tell you, I'm real big on advocating and just talking to people and stuff like that. So shout out to everybody, man. Keep doing the right thing. Keep your head low and have fun.
Coach Phillips, one thing's for sure, man. I may give you a hard time sometimes as a coach and a man-to-man, but one thing I will never, ever question is you as a father. Coach, I appreciate you, man, and Pep, appreciate you.
Hey, I love that. That's the best job in the world right there.
That's the only job in the world.
Hey, great show, guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Y'all stop saying my connection. Pep, hey, Sheree, you good in my book because you said it. You called them out today. Thank you. They all want to ban the snowman. It's all right. That's why I went and watched the show without me. I wanted to see how y'all did. Y'all did pretty darn good. Good job. Y'all got a B+.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's great, man.
I always want to ban the snow, but you can't ban the snowman.
That's wonderful. All right, so next week, a lot of talk about the coaching changes here in the Charlotte area. I think that we have a lot to say about that. We're going to have some superlatives next week. We're going to have a CFI team. I got to come up with a name for it. I don't have a name yet.
Oh, man.
We'll have a CFI team. A lot of people have been asking me about it.
Hughes is the biggest hater on here.
What did he say?
He's a hater. He is a hater. Him and his collars. They're just haters.
I won't post it, but yeah, that's funny. So like I said, next week is the season finale. I'm going to invite everyone watching. If you're a fan and you want to join the show, let me know, man. Reach out, shoot a message. This is going to be your show next week. We're going to talk a little bit about coaches. But if you want to come on the show and to kind of experience what we experience here on Football Focus Weekly, it's an open invitation.
So anyone
that wants to come on,
open up a can.
we can have up to I think 10 people on the screen at once. So open invitation. Anyone wants to come join the show? Feel free, man. Because you guys have supported us for so long. Yeah. Mizzle, I wanted you to come on and talk about the Hornets, man. I need to know why we're terrible.
Man, I'm tired of Joe Hughes. Go on your collar circuit. Go on your collar.
Can we get some ladies to come on the show next week, Pep?
Right.
Some more females on the show.
Only one all the time.
Hey, Queen, what?
You want me to get some people?
You got some friends. Yeah, get some friends. Get some of your friends.
I got friends. Don't you?
Hey, you know what? I got an idea. We got a lot of single dudes on this show. Let's have a little dating segment this week. Segment.
Coach Bill won't be attending that.
I'm married.
I don't need that.
Come
on, man. Hey, four girls, 4 boys. 4 boys. 4 girls, 4 boys. All single. Let's go.
Hey, you, Brandon and Webb, y'all can have all the
I'm the host. I'm the host.
I have exactly one friend that I would actually invite on.
I know I would mess with you.
I'm really going to try hard to get her on this show because I really think Allison Page, if you out there and you listening to this, I'm coming for you because I need you on the show with me next week. Allison Page.
Pep trying to turn this into Tinder.
Bears fan. Her son plays football. She is hard, so I'm
trying to turn into Black People Meet.
Yeah, he gonna you know what? Hey, ladies, come on the show. Coach Bill will be the host for Pep Needs Love.
I was about to say that.
No.
Pep needs love. You know the old LL Cool J. He's alone in his room. He's alone in his room. He's alone in his room.
See if
he's alone.
So we're gonna be flavor of Pep. We're gonna call it.
Oh no. Hey, you know whatever you want to do.
I'm kidding.
Don't get you no charges. Pep. It's gonna be on the news.
Hey, look, Justin definitely wants some. Pep and Justin in search of love.
I'm telling you.
Justin needs no help, by the way. He needs no help at all. That's all I'm gonna say. I need to learn from him. I need to learn from him.
Lifestyle.
Y'all terrible.
Anyway, good night, everybody. Before we get in trouble.